So I finally finished Rouge by Mona Awad, and it has been a curious journey. Let me tell you why. Hello there, fellow bookish beings. It's Jessica. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm a bookish Filipina now living in Paris who wants to get serious about my love for books. So voila. Let's get into it this week with Mona Awad's Rouge. Day 1. Though I would love nothing more than to cozy up in bed because Paris is getting colder and colder, work comes a calling. So Monday, I had lunch in California with Belle. She's flown back from Montreal after her mother, Noelle, suddenly died. As she settles matters for her mother, she starts uncovering the strange beauty secret that mother may have been a part of, something ritualistic and deeply unsettling. Three Musketeers? It's such a beautiful copy, and I love it very much. But aside from that, the content. So far, it's going okay, not too fast, not too slow. I think the pacing is good. Let's see what happens in the next few pages. As I kept reading, everything is becoming foggier. Although it is clear that this book isn't just about beauty, it's about our obsession with perfection. The endless beauty hacks, the bizarre skincare routines, the cultish worship of glowing skin. And I was also a victim of this few years back. The premise of the book was certainly intriguing. How far can you go to be beautiful? What would you give? What would you sacrifice to erase the heartaches that lines your face? Is ignorance truly bliss? These are the questions that kept on popping into my head as I was delving into the madness. The book, that is. Day 3. Another damp, cold day in Paris, which meant one thing: ramen. As I warmed myself with soup, armored by its cozy warmth, I followed Belle's slow, spiraling descent. Reading Rouge felt like slipping into madness with her. Belle is losing memories, losing words, losing time, losing sense of what's real as she digs deeper into the world her mother, may have belonged to. It's uncomfortable, unsettling, as is to be expected with Miss Awad's writing. Progress update on Rouge. I am already halfway. I hope this audio is fine. And so far, it's pretty weird, which is to be expected. It's a Mona Awad book. I'm not sure if I like it yet. I mean, there's of course. Oh, my food is ready. There's of course that sense of weirdness, like what's going on, who are these men, who are these people in Rouge. And I just realized while riding the metro that it looks like a rose, but it's a jellyfish, and those two things are very important elements of this book. The main character is so obsessed with her skincare routine. It's kind of funny, actually. So there's that kind of still dark humor that was very much present in Bunny that is also here. I already sort of have a hypothesis on what kind of creatures the people in Rouge are, and also what happened to the mom just halfway reading the book. But I also had that hypothesis. I also had several hypotheses as to what will happen to Samantha and Bunny, and I was wrong on all of them. So let's see. Day 5. We finally step into the past to see where all the hatred began, where the cracks happened. The narrative is fragmented, like memories half remembered or rewritten. We don't know which was real or which was reconstructed. Consciously or not, Noelle planted the seeds of jealousy, vanity, and insecurity in Belle. Small comments, little comparisons, withheld affection, tiny things that eventually ruptured their relationship and Belle's view of herself. Their relationship was so haunting because it felt very real beneath this real horror. These two women, trapped in each other's expectations, never seeming to rise to it or to meet it.
We wish you a wonderful trip.
Oh my goodness. Seriously, I don't know where the dust comes from in my apartment. This was away from the window. Anyway, so I finally finished Rouge by Mona Awad, and it has been a curious journey. There was this woman who appeared all dressed in red who kept telling Belle that Noelle went the way of the roses, and from then on it started getting weirder and weirder. Well, if you don't count the insane descriptions of Belle's beauty routine, it was kind of hypnotic actually, reading all of the beauty products that she uses on her face for her daily routine and for her nightly routine. I actually kind of felt like I was sort of like that when I was younger, but now that as I've gotten older, I'd say that my skincare routine has dwindled down to the basics. And that's because now I know that the less products I apply to my skin, the better my skin is. That's just me. Anyway, this book explores the insane. I feel like I keep on saying insane. I feel like that is the word that comes with Rouge. So the book explores the culture, the cult culture around beauty that we see these days, and the toxic nature that can exist between a mother and a daughter. Because I am only a daughter, I have no children yet, or I have no children. I can only see the book from Belle's point of view. I can only understand it through her point of view as a daughter. I can see her hatred, her desperation for repentance, especially after discovering how Noelle had died. And honestly, I think the book was great. So I gave it, I think, 3 or 4 stars on Goodreads and not Bunny 5 stars because I felt like there were certain characters who were just there to put sort of more fog, more mystery around the story, and they were basically useless to the plot, at least for me. When the plot was being unraveled, when we were discovering sort of the main villain of the story who was described or who was personified but as Tom Cruise, which honestly I found weird. And I think, I don't know, it was just to me the villain being personified as Tom Cruise because that was Belle's childhood crush was, it was just weird because it's weird. Like, I don't know. The book sort of had that feeling that it was trying to be weird instead of being weird. Let me know if you've read Rouge and what your thoughts about it are, because I wasn't as convinced that the book was innately weird. It was trying to be weird, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Anyway, I quite enjoyed it. It was okay. It was not mind-blowing. The ending was, I would say, a lot more concluded than Bunny. There were still some loose ends, which I wasn't surprised by. Let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to read your comments down below. And thank you so much for accompanying me in this reading journey. And I'll see you in the next book. Bye.